Stylish Beauty channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my experience going overseas internationally for the first time to Paris. So this video was well overdue. I was supposed to post this a long time ago. I wanted to inform you guys that I went on this trip back in 2019, before the COVID-19 and also a couple of days before the strike in Paris, France. This is my first video vlog that I ever done, so please disregard the lighting and the audio. So we'll go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to go ahead and explain a couple of things. I thought it would be a great idea to share this experience with you guys about what I encountered during the actual trip and what I went through and all the tips that I did use, and some of them I did not get the chance to use, so that's why I'm informing you about it. But I did bring my mother on this trip. It was like a mother and daughter vacay, so you may see her a couple times in the clips. I just wanted to inform you guys about that. Stay tuned and keep watching. You'll see some videos, some photos, and a couple of clips of me explaining about how my whole experience went down. And I'll see you then. So this is Paris, France. Going to Atlanta, Georgia. Me and my mom. Boarding the flight right now. We're just waiting to get in our seats, so we'll be there shortly. Love you guys.
I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we could be true, we could be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying.
So this is day one of Paris, Paris, France, and I'm in my hotel. As you can see, this is the bathroom. I'm actually gonna show a couple things as well, because I feel as though like everybody should at least be able to see everything, like in the back. The bathroom. This is glass shower. Oh, yeah. So basically, this is it. If I come back out here, like there's a couple other things as well too. So this is like the bathroom, you know, toilet. Yes, like beautiful big old mirror. Nice. And let's see. And of course, my mom is here in the bedroom with me because she decided to come to Paris, France with me. That's her, my beautiful mother. And so we're basically just vlogging this because I really, really wanted to remember my whole experience here in Paris, France. And I wanted to like indulge that with family and friends and loved ones. So for those of you that are watching this, it's because I really want to share this wonderful experience with you, not just with myself for memory, but I also want to share it with you guys. So basically, I want to say this is actually the room itself. I believe like everything looks pretty much like really nice, and they boosted up to like we were supposed to get a junior suite, and we actually ended up getting a deluxe, which is pretty cool because like our bed, if you look in the background, like our bed is pretty nice. It's big, so me and my mom's gonna share that whole big old bed together. And like the funny thing is like if you look outside, so I did open outside because I wanted to show outside. It's a little cold out there, but I wanted a good view of the beautiful city. And this is how the hotels and stuff like that look. Buildings, it's nice. I can't wait until it gets. I can't wait till it gets like nighttime because oh my gosh, like I cannot wait. Like you guys, I just cannot wait. So I'm actually gonna move on to the other side, but this time I'm not gonna open the door because it's a little chilly out there. Like y'all know, we from South Carolina, so we don't experience this kind of cold. This is like New York kind of cold weather, and I didn't think I was gonna be prepared for it. I was well prepared, you know. Actually brought these beautiful heavy jackets with myself. That's why my luggage was so heavy. This is my. But I was determined. I was not gonna miss my flight to Paris, France, and I was determined. So that meant me not getting no sleep. You know, meaning that I was gonna pack everything that we needed. Didn't care if it was gonna cost us extra to come back. I was just like determined. I'm going on this trip. I'm gonna have a great time. So mommy had to end up doing all these heavy lifting, accelerating, all this other stuff. But that's the thing. I was struggling coming into the Myrtle Beach airport because I had to have this man help me put our luggage on, like literally put our luggage. It's a good thing in your stuff early instead of waiting till we get to the airport and then call us up check-in. It's a good thing I did because the people at Myrtle Beach airport were so nice, and they were like, "Let me go ahead and check you in." They even gave us a deal. They even gave us a deal. Like our bags are overweight. So you guys, I'm at the airport. And these people are helping me like go through, I guess, getting my bags and having it. I already had to check in, so all I had to do was say my last name. The people already print out while I'm sitting there struggling my bag trying to figure out how to make it lighter. They already got my stuff printed out because I got my passport and everything. So, and I was gonna have it put the boarding pass and everything on my cell phone, but I was so worried because I was like, I'm tired. I'm more afraid of that stupid passport. No, the boarding pass not, showing up on my phone for whatever reason, because that's another story that I have to tell you. And it gets better because
So it gets better because I'm at the airport and there's the people looking at me like, "Oh, you're ready, you're done." I was like, "Oh, so you already?" But I need to print off my boarding pass. They're like, "Oh no, we already printed it off for you. We adjusted it." My supervisor said that, and when I told him where I'm traveling to, I said Paris, France. He said, "It's your first time?" I said, "Yes." They were so nice to me. They were very respectable and very understanding to my situation. So I really thank them for that, because they couldn't have made my trip a whole lot easier, because I was so stressful. In all honesty, I was really nervous because I was like, we got to go through TSA. I don't know if it's going to be a long line, but it was surprisingly, it was kind of dead and dry in Myrtle Beach. Like, we got there early in the morning on a Wednesday, a week before Thanksgiving, and it wasn't packed. It was kind of dead. Like, I was good because I felt like, okay, hopefully me and mommy's not late for boarding. We find that gate, you guys. It was about five. We had 5 minutes to boarding. 5 minutes. It was a miracle. I have to say that. I don't know how, I don't know what, but we was able to get on our plane in the nick of time. Like, they didn't even, like, there was a bunch of people sitting down, and I said, "Mommy, we better hurry up and find out our gate for Myrtle Beach, because if we can't get through that gate, we ain't going." But in all honesty, this is what happened. We got on the plane, and I'm not gonna lie, like, so much stuff like went on. Some, like, for an example.
So after we had got on our flight, of course, we had a layover in Atlanta, Georgia. Then we went through customs boards, and of course, we also went through TSA. So all of that's coming up shortly. But what I wanted to at least cut in here to actually say that when we finally land in Paris, France, like we got in Paris, France, we got our bags. The next thing we needed to do was basically contact our driver that was supposed to pick us up from the airport and get to our hotel. That was probably when everything went completely left. Because when I landed in Paris, France, I forgot one detail. And that one detail was to make sure that my phone was working so I can make international calls. That was the one thing that I completely forgot to do. So I'm saying this because we would have got a whole lot better of directions and a whole lot better of knowing what to do and what not to do if I just took the time out before I left the States and register my Google Wi-Fi so I can make the international calling. So when I landed, I couldn't even call family members or anybody to tell them that, hey, I made it there safe. Me and my mom is safe. We're good. I couldn't even tell anybody that. I literally was like, okay, we got our bags. That was our biggest concern, getting our bags, because I refused to go around Paris, France looking crazy because I don't have my luggage. But I am so glad that I was able to get it, because as soon as we got our bags, that was the next thing I noticed. I did not have the actual card to actually set it up. That was one thing that I could not do. So we were looking around trying to get with a agent or someone that's speaks English, because of course I don't know how to speak French. French is not one of my languages that I took in school. I took Spanish. So if you see me throughout the video I'm saying "si" instead of "we," then you know why. But obviously, what happened was we ended up going through the gate, and I looked at my itinerary, because my itinerary for my driver and the company that's supposed to picking us up from the airport. In the paper, it said to give them a call before you pick up your bags. Well, we already picked up our bags, so that was one thing that we did wrong. We went through the gate, and they said your driver should be holding a white board card, like an actual board card, in his hand with your name on it. Now I'm looking around and I'm seeing white cards, but I'm not seeing my name on either one of them. Next thing you know, I was like, Mom, we need to contact someone or find somebody that speaks English, so that way we can at least, get, contact our driver, contact the company, let them know that we're here. So the first thing I did was actually got out with this agent. The agent literally spoke multiple different languages, and she was standing there in the group of people navigating everybody where to go. And so I asked her, could she call I said, at first I asked her because she called the company for me. I wanted to use the Wi-Fi, hoping that the Wi-Fi would be a good idea to at least get some kind of information to pull up my hotel, at least get some kind of direction going. She was like, oh, don't use the Wi-Fi. The first thing she said out of her mouth, don't use the Wi-Fi. And I'm just like, what's wrong with the Wi-Fi? She said, it's no good. Huh? Like, she was like, the Wi-Fi's not good. Like, I'm saying for myself, I'm like, what she mean the Wi-Fi is no good? What does that mean? Like, y'all, we're in Paris, France. Like, it didn't register me. So I was like, okay, that should have been a first warning, right? Next thing I know, she calls up the company and then she said, the guy will be meeting you. Your driver will meet you at this deli / I want to say, it wasn't even deli. It was probably like a croissant or like, I want to say cafe place inside of like the airport. So we waited there for our driver and we see this guy kept coming up to us with a iPad, right? And had someone else's name on it. The guy's name on the pad was a man, of course. Clearly I'm a female, so why would my name be a man, okay? Second of all, the thing that got me was that the man that kept coming up to us, he just kept, taunting us like over and over again, like, and then we told him, no, that's not us. Then we had another driver that was from another company come up to us. And I'm just like, where's my driver? Then finally he literally swiped his iPad, right? And then he was posting my name there. And I just thought that was odd. Like, I was like, something's not right. Like, why is this guy showing me my name on this iPad? You guys, I was already at the level of feeling like I came into this country, I have no way of contacting any family or friends, and I'm already feeling skeptical about the fact that I don't even know who my driver is right now. Like, seriously. I'm literally in Paris, France, in the airport, and I don't even know who my driver is. So I have, at this point, 2 drivers, and I don't know who I should go with. I don't. And they're both speaking, they're not speaking French, of course. They're speaking in their native tongue. I feel the need to mention to you that they were both Indian, so they were speaking in their tongue and they were arguing over the fact who I was going to go with. Like, and I'm looking at them and they was like, you're coming with me. And I said, no, and he was like, no, you're coming with me. Like, I'm literally telling 2 men, no. Now, of course, one of them was dressed professionally and I was looking at his tag on his shirt that said what company he worked for. So clearly I knew he was not my driver because one, the tag or the name was not matching up to the company that I actually purchased through my package to get to Paris, France. For some odd reason, the man that was not dressed as any professional attire, nothing, he just came with just regular clothes. And I'm just going to go to limb, he was really, really rude. Like, he was rude and disrespectful. Like, that was the one thing that I want to put out there. He was rude and very disrespectful. And I'm going to say how rude and disrespectful he was because I told him that you just give us a minute because I don't know what's going on. And he was like, well, I need to go, so are you coming or not? And I was like, well, if you give us a minute, then we'll think about whether we want to come with you or not. I went back to the same lady that actually dialed up the number for me, which was one of the travel agents that was sitting there, or the detour tour agents that was standing there where all the people are coming through the gates, and she's navigating everybody. And I told her, I said, listen, I have 2 drivers claiming, 2 men claiming to be my driver, and I don't feel comfortable right now because I don't know who I'm supposed to go with. So she literally spoke to him in French, and she told the guy that was dressed in uniform to go because I was not one of his people that he was supposed to pick up. And she said, he's your driver. He's the one that I contact, and he was supposed to be the one to pick you up. And so he literally was like, are you coming? And I looked at him, and I was like, at this moment, can you just give me and my mother a minute? And my mom was like, being very defensive. She's like, listen, she will make a decision when she's good and ready. And he's like, you're not coming with me. And I looked at him, I was like, wait a minute, my mother is not coming with us? No, she is coming with us. This is supposed to be for 2 people to come. I'm sitting there arguing with this man. I said, what is your name?
He wouldn't give me his name, you guys. He wouldn't tell me who he was. At this point, I was just like, what is going on? Like, I was not only tired, hungry, and I wanted to take my ticket and be like, you know what, let me take a ticket and go back to the U.S. because this is ridiculous. Like, he literally wanted to take me and not my mother. He was like, I'll take you, but she has to stay. No. This is a 2-package deal. I'm not leaving without my mother. And my mom was like, and then he was like, well, you stay. And like, I'm like, no, she is coming. I was like, listen, do you have a supervisor, your boss, whoever I can speak with? So he calls up this guy, and I don't know who I was speaking with, clearly, because I don't know. This person could be pretending to be anybody. And I said, you know what? I said, you know what? I told the guy on the phone, I said, I don't know who his name is. I said, why do you have a tablet instead of a board? I was told that when I was picking up at the airport that you guys would have my name with a board, a white board, and he would be driving a sedan or a car. I don't even know where the car is. I don't know where to go to actually get picked up from the airport. At this point, you guys, I was just like terrified. Like, I'm like, am I about to get taken? Like, is this about to happen to me? Is this real? Like, I know sometimes, like, I'm just like, I was even thinking about it, even talking about it, you guys, I feel so uncomfortable. Like, this is probably the most scariest moment in my life because I'm in an airport. I don't speak French. I don't speak the language. I'm in a country and I don't know I don't know what to do at this point. And I have this man literally telling me that he wants to literally take me from the airport, but he's not even telling me he's going to take me to my hotel. He's not even telling me his name. I don't even know who he is. He's a complete stranger at this point. So I go back to the travel agent. I said, excuse me, I don't feel comfortable taking my driver. I just don't. Is there a way for me to get a taxi? I will pay cash for a taxi because I don't feel comfortable with this driver. And he's very rude. And my mom said he's very rude. Like, my mom was like, I don't trust him. He was very disrespectful to us. And then the lady told us that she said, no, he's not rude. He's drunk. Yes, you guys, I said it. The man was drunk. He was going to basically take us, me and my mother, to God know where. I don't know where we were going to go because I don't know who he is. To this day, I still don't even know. Was he legitimately like my driver, or was he just some sick personnel that they hired to be my driver? I don't know. I don't even know if he, first of all, I don't even know if he hacked into the airport system and literally looked up my name from this company and literally pretended to be my driver like he was going to take me. I've never been so terrified in my life. And that was probably like the most scariest experience I ever had. And the craziest thing is, right, after we told the man, we decided we was going to go with the taxi. You would think in his mind he would let it go, right? And just move on. Y'all, we went outside. The lady was like, we're going to go and get you a taxi. Don't worry, I have some great people, and they're going to go ahead and make sure that you get to your hotel safe. And so we went outside. She basically walked with us outside. And she spoke with these guys that were African, French, and they were very nice to us, very kind, treated us with respect. And they actually called up one of a taxi for us, really nice guy that took us to our hotel safe. And I'm going to say this, you guys, this is the most craziest thing that happened. So you would think after I told the guy that we're going with the taxi, you would think he would let it go, right? This man walked and followed us all the way outside. And he didn't even walk. He ran after us. And like, he was like, no, please stop. He was telling us, stop. And I'm looking at him like, please. And like, the African men literally put me to the side because they're standing like, you go. And then finally the travel agent said, stop, just stop. And she told him in French to leave. She does not want you. Leave. And like, he was literally coming to attack us. Like, he was literally running after us to get us to go with him. I'm not getting in a car with a complete person that I don't even know is my driver, or somebody that is pretending to be my driver. So no thank you.
okay? So I literally was shaking at the point. I was terrified. I didn't know what this man was gonna do. He was running after us. Like, he literally ran. Before I could even talk to open my mouth to tell the guys that, hey, I need a taxi. Can you take me to this hotel? I'm literally shaking. Not only because I'm cold out, it's cold outside, it's cold. It's like, you guys, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning by the time that we landed in Paris, France, okay? So the day hasn't even fully started yet. So we're out there in the cold, and we told him that we needed to go to the hotel. This is the name of the hotel, and I will leave the name of the hotel in the description if you guys are ever interested in that. But I just wanted to put this intro out that this was the beginning of my trip, and it ain't even started yet. I just got to Paris, France. I just want to say that. I just got to Paris, France. And how crazy it got that quick. I just was like, I didn't vlog this, you guys. How could I vlog this when my life is about to be in jeopardy right now? Like, I was going to be taken from the airport. And for those of you who make jokes about the movie Taken, that stuff is real, okay? I'm number one example to experience something like that, being about to be taken at the airport. I mean, I was so shaken up, like, I didn't even know if I wanted to even stay. I was going to go back home. Like, I was like, return. I was like, can I get a return? Can I get a refund? Can I go home, back to the U.S., where I know my surroundings, my phone works, I'm good. But I said, you know what? I came this far. I'm not going to let this deranged, crazy man, stop me from enjoying life and stop me from enjoying Paris, France. This is what I came here for. So, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get into the next clip, because this was our driver that took us to our hotel safely. And I was finally relieved. I was starting to come down. And so if you guys don't see my face in the video, it's not because I don't want to show my face. It's just that I was in an emotional, like, I want to say I was having anxiety. I was in shock right there. So I had to calm myself down. Until I calmed myself down, then I would, ease my way into vlogging, of course, this whole trip. But I just want to put that out there. This was one of those life-changing moments. So let's go ahead and get into the next clip.